Seems that now His Excellency Turkey Ali Sheikh, he wants to see the rematch between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, and he's now offering Mike Tyson $700 million to knock out Jake Paul.
It's an incredible fight and bring it to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
It is not something to surprise or not. We have a lot to fight.
Jake Paul has officially pulled the plug on his unofficial rematch with Mike Tyson. And honestly, are we even surprised? Tyson was reportedly offered an eye-popping $700 million for the fight, but he backed out. Dodging real competition seems to be the theme here. This move comes after their first heavily criticized fight, which left fans hyped to see Tyson return and knock Jake out, especially with such a massive payday on the line. The first fight barely generated $20 million, making the jump to $700 million for a rematch seem outrageous. Many fans and experts are calling it
now offering Mike Tyson $700 million to knock out Jake Paul. And it's all coming from
a flashy cash grab, questioning the fight's authenticity. Trust in this matchup has been waning, and once it's lost, it's nearly impossible to recover. Tyson, once a universally celebrated
When he was the champ, it was like, people don't understand what a champ he was. Like, he wasn't just the heavyweight champion of the world, he was an executioner.
Boxing legend has fans willing to give him another chance. Experts still revere him, and his legacy remains strong despite the controversy. However, Jake Paul, the YouTuber turned boxer, decided to walk away from what could have been the most talked about rematch of the year. Was it fear of real competition, or just...
Wasn't the Tyson-Jake fight, wasn't that amazing?
Yeah. It's amazing they got paid so much money for that.
25 million and 40 million?
I think 20 and 40. Yeah,
20 and
I think
40.
that's what I'd heard.
Just another missed opportunity. The drama surrounding Jake Paul and Mike Tyson's potential rematch runs deeper and messier than most fans realize. And, honestly, it's way more entertaining. This $700 million rematch offer reportedly came from a Saudi billionaire, an admirer of Tyson's career, who decided to throw an astronomical sum on the table. The catch? Tyson had to win. But let's not kid ourselves. This wasn't about honoring Tyson's legacy or giving him a shot at redemption. Tyson's reputation has already taken a serious hit over the years, and this whole spectacle just cements the fact that it's no longer about boxing. It's about money and how much people are willing to pay to see a former legend play along. Adding in...
Seems that now His Excellency Turkey Ali Sheikh, he wants to see the rematch between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, and he's now offering Mike Tyson $700 million to knock out Jake Paul.
Insult to injury, the billionaire even mocked Tyson's past, referencing one of his infamous scripted losses, suggesting that if Tyson could lose for a paycheck...
A legitimate boxer?
A legitimate boxer, yes. People mocked me when I was saying that before, but now I think people are coming around.
He could certainly win for one too. Meanwhile, Jake Paul's response to all this chaos? He taps out faster than a rookie in an MMA octagon. Stay tuned as we break down all the drama, twists and chaos surrounding this circus of a rematch. The wild card in this story is a Saudi billionaire who decided boxing needed more chaos and his personal touch. He didn't just toss $700 million onto the table as a prize. It was a challenge. His demand? Mike Tyson had to win.
Once I let him win, he gave me $10 million. Or else I would have knocked him the
Not just any win, though. This stems from Tyson's infamous alleged scripted loss, which sparked debates about the sport's authenticity. The billionaire wasn't just watching from the sidelines. He poured fuel on the fire and practically dared Tyson to reclaim his name. Then there's Jake Paul. The YouTuber turned boxer who built his career on calculated risks, curated opponents, and a flair for theatrics. Jake's fights are less about skill and more about crafting a story. His goals? Win, grow his brand, and stay relevant. When the idea of a rematch surfaced, Tyson, even at 57, suddenly posed a legitimate threat. Fueled by the Billionaires' challenge and the chance to reclaim his glory, Tyson's presence unraveled Jake's carefully constructed game plan. The $700 million offer and a bruised ego turned Mike Tyson from Jake Paul's friendly sparring partner into a serious threat. Jake knew the reality. Everyone...
Such an incredible fight and bring it to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
It is not something is surprise or not. We have a lot to fight before, and in the kingdom we are focusing in a lot of things.
Else did. Tyson could still throw punches powerful enough to flatten a brick wall. This wasn't a YouTuber or an MMA fighter testing out boxing gloves. This was Iron Mike Tyson, the legend, who used to end fights in seconds. Jake isn't dumb. He saw the writing.
A lot of things about this.
You're just a big fight fan.
Yeah.
You love boxing.
Yeah.
Yes. Why? Where did that come from?
From the youngest generation.
On the wall. A rematch wasn't just risky, it was career suicide. But let's not paint Tyson as the victim here. Sure, the Billionaires' taunts were ruthless, but Tyson is no stranger to controversy. Over the years, he's been called everything from a...
He's now offering Mike Tyson $700 million to knock out Jake Paul.
boxing genius to a spectacle showman. However, the Billionaires' mocking of Tyson's alleged scripted loss took things to a new level. For Tyson, this rematch wasn't just about money or fame. It became deeply personal, a chance to prove, even at 57, that he's no one's puppet and still a force to be reckoned with. Mike Tyson knew the stakes. Even if he
I maintain that in the time where he was champion, like the 2 or 3 years where he was at his best, he's the greatest fighter of all time.
Of all time.
Defeated Jake Paul, critics wouldn't be silenced entirely. Whispers of, he just beat a YouTuber, would still linger. But a loss? That would be an unthinkable blow to his legacy. Still,
Jake Paul, I mean, as of right now, for what he's doing, it's good for what he's doing. But once he fights a real fighter, it's going to be bad.
$700 million had a way of quieting doubts, and Tyson was ready to fight. The real question was Jake? Jake Paul thrives in controlled chaos.
Needs these guys. Jake needs Tyson and needs all these other people, because everybody's going to tune in to hope that Mike Tyson knocks him out.
The kind where he calls the shots. Every opponent is carefully chosen, every move meticulously planned to maximize his odds. But this time, the chaos wasn't under his control. First, the Saudi billionaire's $700 million offer turned what could have been a playful rematch into a serious, high-stakes bout. Then came the media storm, with everyone questioning whether Jake could handle a motivated Tyson. Jake's brand...
When you see Mike Tyson hitting them pads, you get a little nervous? Yeah.
and hinges on one thing above all else, winning. A loss to Tyson in a fight he couldn't script would have shattered his carefully constructed image. The Billionaire's involvement wasn't just a financial twist, it was a psychological
At lightning speed today. He definitely is looking like a animal.
Grenade. By insinuating that Tyson could be bought, the stakes became personal. If Tyson entered the ring fueled by pride and $700 million, Jake knew his usual antics wouldn't stand a chance. This spectacle isn't just about a...
Yo, when you see Mike Tyson hitting them pads, you get a little nervous? Yeah. Bro's running at lightning speed.
Feud between a YouTuber and a retired boxing legend. It's a symptom of what boxing is becoming. A circus where billionaires, influencers, and scripted drama overshadow the sport's essence. The $700 million offer might seem like an exciting twist, but it highlights the dark side of modern boxing. When a massive payday becomes the headline, the core values of boxing, grit, skill, and passion, are pushed to the sidelines.
If Jake Paul wasn't Jake Paul, if he wasn't this YouTube guy, he was just a boxer, and you see a boxer knock out the former UFC welterweight champion, not just the former, but one of the best ever, knock him out with one punch like that, you'd be like, oh man, have you seen this Jake Paul dude coming up? He's fucking for real. Because nothing about watching him fight screams like he's in over his head. If it wasn't that big YouTube star, you'd be like, that dude's got dynamite.
Leaving fans questioning the sport's future. For Jake Paul, this shift was ideal. He's not about boxing tradition, he's about entertainment. For Mike Tyson, however, it's more complicated. As a symbol of boxing,
matter of Mike Tyson closing the distance. This Mike Tyson, as fast as he was, as hard as he hits, I maintain he's the greatest.
Yeah.
The greatest heavyweight ever. Like that Mike Tyson, those fights were, you wanted to see executions. You didn't think anybody was going to.
Boxing's golden era, Tyson now finds himself entangled in the sport's new, money-driven reality. Jake's decision to cancel the rematch will spark endless debate.
Honestly, devastating news. I'm heartbroken, speechless, gutted. We've been working so hard over here, everyone in this camp, and I just feel bad for everyone involved in this event, the whole undercard. Opportunity has been ripped from all of us, but I do value Mike's health first and foremost.
Was it a strategic retreat? A smart business move, or simply fear? On one hand, you can't blame him. Facing Tyson under these conditions was a nightmare scenario. On the other, walking away makes Jake look less like a fighter and more like a showman unwilling to face real competition. This isn't new for Jake. His career has always been about controlling the narrative. By backing out,
Day two, we're getting ready for you.
avoided the risk of losing while ensuring his brand stayed intact. As for Tyson, the Billionaires challenge has thrust him back into the spotlight. Fans are eager to see what he does next. Will he take on another opponent, or will the $700 million offer lead elsewhere? One thing is...
But if that Mike Tyson from Marvis Frazier fought Jake Paul, Jake Paul's dead. He's dead. He's not going to make it.
Certain. Mike Tyson doesn't need Jake Paul. His legacy as Iron Mike is already cemented, whether he steps into the ring again or not. But Jake Paul cancelling their rematch isn't just a boxing story. It's a reflection of where the sport is headed.
I think that Mike Tyson's the best heavyweight of all
throwing
time.
money
I don't
around,
think anybody...
influencers chasing clout, and legends being pulled into spectacles. It's entertaining, no doubt, but is it really boxing? For Jake, the decision was simple: self-preservation. Facing Tyson under such high stakes risked everything he's built. For Tyson, it was another chapter in a career filled with highs and lows. At its core, this saga is a reminder that boxing today isn't just about punches. It's about headlines, drama, and big money. Jake's choice to walk away might make sense for his brand, but it's a letdown for fans hoping to see a real fight. The rematch may be off, but the conversation about boxing's future is far from over.